Hello, traders, and welcome to the Friday Wrap Up. Friday, May 1st, 2015, brand new trading month. Are we excited or what? Let's get things moving. Traders, there is no NFP as you saw today. We will get that next Friday, so it will be an NFP week next week. Traders, yes, their background is different than our normal Friday Wrap Up. I could not get it to load. So we'll work on that, make sure we get that fixed by next week. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, I'm coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. I got to tell you, it's my Sunday morning, absolutely beautiful, hot, warm, white, sandy beaches, blue skies, and we're getting ready to go watch the Pacquiao fight in about an hour and a half from now. We're going to go watch that, have a good breakfast, and enjoy our morning watching them beat themselves up. That should be interesting. But before that, we got business to do, so let's take care of it. And if you would, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Friday Wrap-Up, which we do every week after the New York close. Traders, we do have the market opening preview every week, Monday through Friday, before the London Open, where we review 6 charts. The Friday wrap-up, we got about 15 charts for you today to look at and do some analysis. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, I came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my 27-year career, and traders, well, I'm still here. Still here. What is it, 8 years later, and I'm still here. Just started my 8th year on April 16th. And I am enjoying the heck out of it. It's a great place to trade the Forex market, as I can trade actually all 3 trading sessions and still get a good night's rest. New York session only about 2 hours. It comes up to about 11 p.m. by that time. My day's finished by then. All right. I do trade every day. I do trade Forex every day. I don't win all my trades. Like I was talking during the week, I lost 2 trades last week. And it's just what happens. You lose trades. I take fewer trades now than I used to. And if you're new in Forex, you'll learn that the less trades you take, the better your trading is, because you get more picky and you make sure your opportunities and probabilities are really on your side for successful trading. A lot of fun. Let's get the risk disclaimer out of the way. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Use a demo account. Traders, remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. And let's head on over to our commentary. Don't have much to say this week. It was a good trading week, a lot of ups and downs and all the rounds. Some pairs were like the New Zealand, was unpredictable. Every day was a new adventure. But other than that, I thought the trading week was a decent week. I'm really noticing that the trades for the London Open are starting like almost 2 hours before the London Open, like an hour and a half. Trades are already starting to happen and formatting for the day. And we used to call it noise. We always said, hey, you don't trade before the London Open, wait 15, 20 minutes and then trade. Well, now I'm seeing that this time frame is moving forward before the Open. So it's pretty interesting to watch this, and a little tricky because you enter trades and in the back of my mind, I'm saying, wow, this is just going to be a fake out because it's not the London Open. So that's what's going on there. Let's just take a quick look at the indices today. The US 30 closed positive 1.03%. The S&P 500 closed 1.09%. The Nasdaq closed 1.29%. And the Russell 2000 closed positive 0.58%. Let's head on over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed up 0.19%. The FTSE 100 closed up 0.36%. The CAC 40 closed up 0.14%. The Eurostock 50 closed negative, just barely at 0.04%. And if we come on over to Asia, we'll take a look at these. The Nikkei 225 was up barely 0.06%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia was positive 0.42%. The Shanghai was in the red at 0.76%, with the Hang Seng in the red at 0.94%, and the Kospi was in the red at negative 0.72%. So we had a definitely red day in Asia on a Friday. All right, traders. I think we got some really interesting charts to take a look at today, and I think it's going to be quite interesting. And I think we got an interesting week coming up. So we got some good trading days, Monday up to about Thursday, and then of course everything pretty much slows down until those NFP numbers come out. But I think we have a pretty nice week ahead. We've got some good charts to look at. So let's not waste no more time. So these are daily charts, folks, and I don't have the word daily on them unless you look at the bottom of the chart. But please remember, these are daily charts. Each candle is one 24-hour period. Okay? All right, let's start off with the euro dollar, and here we go. All right, so this, as you can see, spatially is in a downtrend. However, we have had 5 days of up candles, and what happened on Friday? Yeah, it came up to that resistance level that we had been talking about all through the week at the market opening preview series about this resistance area, and it needed to break it, and if it broke it, it was heading for the 200. Well, we closed with a red candle. Very interesting. This is going to be very interesting on our next Asia session to see what happens with this. Myself, this is just a big fib, and I think it's going back to the downside. The other thing is, we have elections in the UK this week coming up, so that's going to be interesting how the markets react to that. Let's look at the dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss is giving us a blue candle, which we would expect because it's actually correlated with the euro dollar. And if you overlay them, they're usually opposite of each other. And the item I would really watch on this is that we're below this 200 exponential moving average. And if you look left of the chart, you will see that once it gets above or below the 200, it stays there for a while. So we'll keep an eye on this and watch this as time progresses. But, however, I'd rather trade the euro dollar instead of the dollar Swiss. So I'll use this as a tool just to verify my position and what I'm doing. But yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting to watch. And let's head on over to the pound dollar. Pound dollar has been really acting very well. It's been very bullish. We had 2 down days. It came down a lot Thursday and Friday. 2 big down days. And again, I didn't put it on the chart, but if you fib this looks to me this is just going to be a fib, and it's coming up to support, like within 20 pips here, and we're going to be at a support level, and it's very possible we're going to see this come back up to the upside. So I still remain bullish to the 200, right? We want to be bullish to the 200, but it hasn't, I've declared this a bullish pair, but it's got to take out that high there all the way left of the chart, and we wanted to see it above the 200 to really cement this that this is bullish. But I think this is just a correction move, profit taken, all that good stuff, that big red candle on Friday, and I expect this to move to the upside. Is a dollar yen. We talk about this every week. This is just a great tool. I don't trade the dollar yen, but this is a great tool to see where the dollar is at. It's basically equivalent to the dollar index, and you can see the dollar's a little bit stronger, and you can also see that it's in a sideways price action because the dollar is not obtaining more strength. It's just maintaining what it has, and that's why we see it absolutely sideways. And I expect that to stay that way. I don't expect any big revelations to happen. And in the next 4 weeks, 4 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, we're going to be going into that June and July part of the year, and we back down to the slowdown for the summer vacationers, and the markets will slow down. It's not as bad as a Christmas break, thank goodness, but it does slow down some. One of my favorite pairs, let's take a look at the euro yen. Again, this has been a bearish pair for a long time. I said it was going to that 200 exponential moving average a long time ago, and as it broke each level, I said it's going to that 200. This is going to be really interesting to see what we see on Monday and Tuesday to see if we get this above that 200 exponential moving average. I think that'd be pretty fun myself because the yen is getting weak. And it's not the euro that's so powerful, right? The euro's in so much trouble. They're just like, they have problems every day, right? Like no good news is coming out of the Eurozone, and the UK is going into an election. So, it's pretty wild. So this is the yen. And what happened was they did a mini stimulus on Thursday, I think it was. And Kuroda is talking a lot. So Kuroda's talking, Abby's talking, so you can expect the yen pair to be pretty active the week ahead. And on that, let's head over to the beast and take a look at what's going on with that. Again, this is a bullish pattern, just absolutely gorgeous here. This would be, if you're trading the daily chart, this is beautiful. Just go ahead and fib this. All those blue candles, just fib the high of that red wick all the way down on the bottom there, and just fib this. And at the 618, look to take this to the upside. I would say this is definitely going to be a correction mode. However, if you look left of the chart, we did not take out those highs. So that could be a concern, and we'll just have to see what happens there. But I would, if I was trading the daily chart, I'd definitely be fibbing that swing to see what the heck is going on. And we're a long ways away from the 200 exponential moving average, so we don't have to worry about that. Here's an Aussie yen. I don't trade this a lot. I have no reason not to. I like the Aussie yen, but I can only watch so many charts at one time, my friends. And I keep 8 pairs on my screen that I monitor throughout the day. And you can only watch so many. And so I haven't traded this in quite a while. It's most of the time it's a very trendy pair. It's a very stable pair, and it's a lot of fun to trade. As you can see left of the chart, it loves hanging out at the 200 exponential moving average. It's doing it now. It's below the 200 exponential moving average. And if you look at this spatially, even though we had this move to the upside here a little bit, it's still a bearish pair. It hasn't taken out these highs yet, and it's still below the 200, so this is still bearish. Here's the Aussie dollar really doing some wild stuff, but the last 3 days it's back to its normal self. It's bearish. This chart is a bearish chart, and so we just want to sell this. Going into next week, I just want to sell the Aussie dollar. There's no reason to do anything else, right? We just want to sell this. Here's a Euro Swiss. I really don't do. I show this slide every week, and I keep saying the same thing. I don't do a lot with the Euro Swiss. I just use it as a guide. I just watch it and see what's going on. I really can't wait until it comes back up to the 1.20 price level again, where they took the floor out, and see what they do then. But this is a very non-moving pair. I mean, this isn't a pair that you'd want to trade anyhow, traders. This pair only moves about 40 pips or 35 pips a day. Doesn't move a lot of pips. You don't want to be trading pairs anything less than 80 or 90 pips a day. And there's so many ways to find out, daily averages on currency pairs. But yeah, if a currency pair is not moving at least 80, I prefer 90 or 110, 120. Those are the currency pairs I want to trade. I mean, the euro is like trading at 122 pips a day now. So, those are the pairs you want to trade. You want to trade pairs that have some movement, so you have some room to be successful in your trade. Here's a euro yen. Euro pound. Did I say euro yen? Yeah, euro pound. Pretty interesting. We're sitting here at resistance, and it spiked it. So it'd be interesting next Asia session to see what happens with this. Again, I don't trade this pair, but I use it as a tool, and I just pop up and just take a quick look at it, see what's going on with it. I would expect this to come back down. I would expect this not to be able to break through this resistance, and I would expect this to head back to the downside. Because I do think the pound is strong, and unless that resistance holds on that dollar pound trade chart that we looked at, I expect this just to continue the bearish movement, and we should see a red day Monday, Tuesday, and possibly Wednesday. Thursdays, all bets are off. Of course, we get that NFP stuff. Here's a New Zealand dollar. I mean, this has got to be the ugliest chart out of all of them. There's just all over the place. There's nothing that is consistent at all. So I have not traded the New Zealand dollar in a long time, and I absolutely adore trading this pair, because when this pair is doing what it normally does, it's a lot of fun to trade. But it is real. This is a nasty chart. I mean, almost the whole chart. So I've stayed away from the New Zealand dollar. In fact, I do a daily forecast, a newsletter, and I even said on Friday, don't even trade this pair. Just leave it at the arsenal. Don't even look at it. Just stay away from it. You're so much better off. So dollar CAD, the loonie. I don't trade this a lot. I'm not against trading this pair when it's in its move, which it is now. I like it, and I think this is going to come back down to the 200 exponential moving average, and then take the bounce from there and head on up. So I think there's a little bit of profit taken and all that good stuff. The last blue candle, but I think we're coming back to the 200. That's what I would say for next week. I would take a look at a pound Aussie. Nice pair to trade. We were in a range, as you can see now. A lot of indecision candles there. A lot of dojis and hangmans, right? We're at resistance. Yeah, so like, yeah, you want to say, well, what is it? Is it long or, do we take it long or do we take it short? Well, I'm got to be honest with you. What's happening here is, wow, I think it needs to break out in one direction or the other. It needs to either go long or short and show us that decisively, like it did. If you look all the way left of the chart on that up move, that was a nice trending move. But the rest of it is just a mess, and I just stay away from it right now. And for some reason, I do not know why, I mentioned this last week, the spread on this is really like crazy. It's like 7 pips or something like that. It's like really outlandish. And one of my favorite pairs, and this last one, this is the Euro Aussie. Nice, this is in a bearish trend. This is in a down move. I expect to see this to pull back down now. We're going to come on and get a red candle on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, possibly Thursday. And I expect to see this to the red side. If it breaks this 200 exponential moving average in our next Asia session and stays above the 200, that could change things. I would have to definitely do another analysis on this. But as far as I'm concerned right now, this is a bearish pair, and I want to sell this. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends who sponsor this, FXCL Excellence in Trading, please come and visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, have a great weekend. Enjoy your time with loved ones, friends, family, and enjoy the Pacquiao fight, which is about 3 hours away in Thailand time. As it will come up on 15 minutes before the hour of 8 a.m. Traders, have a great weekend. Enjoy, and we'll catch on the next Asia session for the market opening preview, brought to you through FXCL. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.